This edition of MacVoices is brought to you by Squarespace. Everything you need to create an exceptional website. Get your free trial and 10% off your new website at squarespace.com/MacVoices and use the discount code CHUCK. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices at ShowStoppers at CES in Las Vegas. I'm here talking to Nathan about Techslinger. He doesn't look like he's wearing any equipment, but yet under there are all kind of gear. Nathan, it's great to see you.
Great to be here, and glad to have you out. Thanks.
So tell me about all this stuff. I mean, this is very cool. I would never know that you're packing an iPad or two.
Yeah, so the idea was to have the technology with you, close but out of the way. And I was one of those people that was traveling with about 40 pounds of equipment in a backpack. I sat down one evening in a hotel room and said, you know what, I'm really not using all of this. And with the development of the smart devices, the iPad and the iPhone, I started saying, can I really go to cloud computing? Can I go ahead and offload all that weight? I travel about 110 days a year right now. And I wanted to go ahead and figure out how lean and clean I could go with my technology, but yet still not have it interfere with what I do. And that's how I started developing the Techslinger.
Now, seriously, we're having a lot of fun with you, but what is under your jacket right now?
So under my jacket, I'm carrying my iPad mini in a quick holster on my left side. And then on my right side, I have my iPhone. And then I also have my wallet, all my accessories, all those adapters used for presentations, your memory devices, everything in a neat little pocket. And then I have the ability to put a pen and a pointer in there up out of the way and make it all very efficient and easy to use. And it's out of sight. So somebody who's a mass transit person commuting and they don't want people to see that $1,500 worth of equipment they have on, what they call Apple picking, this is how to avoid that. Is just have it out of sight. But what I found also as a business owner, I have 100 employees, is I'm not at my desk anymore. Now that my office is with me, I'm out meeting all my staff and spending time with every one of them, and I'm actually still handling all the data flow and all the requirements and tasking, but while I'm moving around. So being fully mobile, even just in the office, is what the Techslinger allows you to do.
And again, you know, you're wearing it under a suit jacket, and you would never know it.
Yeah, I've actually tested it for 2 years. I was really curious about TSA and all them and how they would react, and you pull it off, and do I get shot? And actually, they were really cool about it, and they looked at it and said, wow, this is great. It's not like a backpack. I don't have to open it up and reach down inside and try to see what's in there. It's all real easy to inspect. I just drop it in the tub, goes through the x-ray, pop it back on, and walk away. I walk through the airport like this, and it's a weird feeling. It's very liberating in a strange kind of way. You almost want to start singing Feeling Groovy. You just feel so happy that you're not lugging that thing or pulling that roller. So freedom comes with it. And if you wear it for about 2 weeks as a balanced rig, your body strengthens to that weight, and you don't even realize you have it on. And you know you've got it right when you lose your iPad on your body. When you walk around the house yelling at the kids, where's my iPad? What'd you do with it? And it's like, never mind, And so that's when you know you got it right.
Now, is it configurable? And I mean by that, you have a mini. Can I put an Air in there? Can I put 2 Airs? Or
actually, so we go everything from the smallest tablets all the way up to the Mac Air 11. We had somebody in Manhattan said, look, I want to do a Mac Air 11, and I want to do a full-size iPad. I do graphics and stuff. I want to have 2 big displays. And that's what he wears around, walking around New York City, is that rig. It's the largest one we sold. But we do go up to the Surfaces and the Touch, some of the other products that are out there. But our focus was really kind of having a common OS. So in my case, the iPhone and the iPad as a common OS. And that works really well for me. They can back everything up. I can have the cloud tied to it. It's a really good system. So I actually appreciate the closed system.
And I've had my hands on these. They're very nicely made. They've got, I'm not sure what the material is, but this is not a toy. This is not, something that's going to fall apart in a week and a half.
No, and the one I'm wearing right now I've had on for over 2 years. I take it off at night.
Good.
And I wash it on occasion. But we chose the finest material we could. They're U.S. material, U.S. made in Western Michigan. We retrained some local people who do sewing stuff for the automotive industry to manufacture these. We really wanted to bring some work back to Western Michigan. And we actually proved that you could do it and be competitive. And we've been selling them all over the world. People have been buying them in Asia and Europe, Africa and South America, into Russia just the other day. So it's very interesting to see where they're all going.
Pricing, I realize it's different things for different sizes.
Standard Techslinger full rig, $64.95. And there's a whole bunch of them that go down from that, down to $29.95. Just what we call a solo, which is kind of a messenger bag with just a tablet as a quick read. And they use that for point of sales in restaurants. We're seeing medical fields with electronic health records. There's a variety of different areas where this is coming into play now, and we kind of brought to market a little bit early. It's not until you lose a tablet with all that information on it that suddenly you say, gee, I wish I had a way to carry it out of sight. I was that person that left it in between the seat in the rental car, in the back of the airplane, or on the bench in the restaurant, and I always got it back just in time. I ran back in and got it. But a couple of my employees did lose them, and there was a lot of proprietary information on that device.
That's a sick feeling when that happens.
It's a horrible feeling. You're waiting for that thing to come at you, whatever it is. And
where do we send people to get their own?
Techslinger.com. Trisha Davis is our general manager. She does a great job responding. If you have a custom request, feel free to make it. We're very interested in learning how people are using these devices and us adapting to that requirement. So we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to get feedback. But Techslinger.com is where you can go buy one.
Nathan, thank you so much for the time, and looks like a great product.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time too. Thanks.
Folks, more from ShowStoppers at CES in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, app.net, Google+, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date with all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at MacVoices.com/newsletter. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at BackbeatMedia.com.